It's no mistake that we are here, no coincidence. We are here together in this moment in time, this unprecedented time, and awake to a higher spiritual reality. No mistake, And the thing is, the world needs more than ever people who are conscious, open-hearted, committed to helping to birth a world that works for everyone. That's what makes us come alive. And by doing that, we are expressing our unique expression, our unique magnificence, and we're living a life of engaged spirituality. That's what it is, engaged spirituality. It's not passive. It's not about just me. We're engaged, right? We're absolutely engaged. And the more and more of us who, are coming alive, are expressing, are living that true purpose, our true purpose, the more the world heals. So remember the statement of beingness that we began with in week 1. We are spiritual beingness transforming human experience. We are spiritual beingness transforming human experience. We transform human experience when we're living authentically from that place of spiritual awareness. So, how do we know what our true purpose is? And when I'm talking about this, I'm not necessarily meaning career or vocation. It could be an avocation, or just whatever it is you choose to do with your time and where you put your attention. So the best way I have found to discover that true purpose is with the visioning process, that visioning process. And as far as I know, my teacher and mentor, Reverend Michael Beckwith, developed that specific visioning process. And he defines visioning as an intuitive process for opening and sensitizing consciousness to receive Spirit's vision for one's life. Opening and sensitizing consciousness to receive Spirit's vision for one's life. Yeah. So some of you have been in my Living Your Vision class, but for those of you, so you've heard this, what I'm about to say, but for those of you who haven't taken that, I want to explain the difference between visioning and visualization. So visualization is an effective technique where we have a specific goal in mind, a specific desire that we want to manifest, and we focus our attention on it. We put our intention there, we feel our way into that. And this is all for the purpose of generating energy around its manifestation. And it can be really effective, a very effective process. It's one of our tools in our toolbox. But it can be limited, right? Because we don't always know what would make us the happiest. And very often those things come from the ego. And if they come from the ego, they're not going to necessarily make us happy. So visioning takes us to a much deeper place. That's all about connecting with, opening to, and listening to that deeper divine wisdom within us. This is where we're more in the question. We're living in the question, and we're allowing the answers to emerge from that deep place within us. We connect with that, we open, we listen, and we're really listening for that highest vision for our lives. And it can also point us to talents, skills, abilities that we may not even know we have. but that are just kind of waiting for our recognition. And it may come in handy as we move forward and bring this vision to life. So that's really and I will be leading that visioning process in our Thursday book study group. It won't be this Thursday night because we have the SEE week, which I'm sure you're all taking at least one class. You should be. It's the following Thursday, which I think is April 1st, will be our last book study group, and I'll be leading this visioning process. Now, if you can't wait, you can go to my website because I have it recorded. It's got some nice music to it. The website is breakthrough2.com, and at the top you just click on the exercises, and all the exercises are there, including the visioning. All right, so now once that vision becomes clarified, and it does take a few times through the process for it to become clear, it's just the nature of it, right? So once it becomes clear, now you really want to embrace it. You want to own it. This is yours, and you want to move forward in the direction of this highest vision of your true purpose. Now that's where it gets tricky, right? Because you may have had this experience in your own personal experience that when you're committed to growth, to expansion, to expanding your sense of self, to breaking through the walls, that can be a little scary. It can be scary, and here's why. Because the ego wants us to stay small, and its voice is loud. When we commit to growing and expanding who we are and moving in the direction of realizing our full potential, there will be moments that we want to jump back into that comfortable little box. Don't make me come out of my comfortable little box. We'll feel that. I mean, that's just normal. It's just normal. But know that there is this divine impulse within each of us that moves us forward, that's always moving us forward. So trust that, because that will absolutely take you far. All right. And if you should, while you're in this process of moving forward in the direction of this, your true purpose, if you should feel, that fear, the pit of your stomach, or wherever it is in you, we're going to reframe that. From now on, we're going to reinterpret what that is. So now you're going to look at this as if it is a signal. Oh, look, I'm growing. Oh, look, I'm getting close. I must be moving in the right direction. It's an affirmation that you're moving in the right direction. You're growing, you're expanding, you're spreading your wings and are about to take off. That's what that feeling is. So breathe through it when you're feeling it. Breathe through it and say yes. Say yes, knowing that the universe has your back. And if you should feel, hesitancy, like, I just don't know how I'm going to do this, I just, I'm not up to the challenge, remind yourself that you're no longer going to listen to that small ego voice. From now on, you're listening to that highest divine wisdom within you. And you can affirm, here's an affirmation that you can do. I of my little self steps back, and I allow the largest divine self to lead the way now. Let's say that together. I of my little self steps back, and I allow the largest divine self to lead the way now. And so it is.